Yeah! Hey everybody, it's the program. We're on the TV today. How many times? 3 times. Forever. Living, being, thinking, seeing, living, breathing, saying, thinking, contemplation, forever, television, videos, time. I'm doing like the list of tags. Those are the tags. Gonna write some tags down there. Viewers, what do you think about these things? What are you doing? It's Thursday, and it's the morning. Doing the show kind of early today, and you can see it's like the sun. The sun is there. Look, it's the sun. The plant is there. Here, we should water the plant today. You want some water, plant? Are you thirsty? Are you thirsty for knowledge? Because if you're thirsty for knowledge, I think you've come to the right place, because I'm dropping it. But you can't pick things up, plants. I'm going to have to gently place. I'm gently placing knowledge today. That's what they say. I think it might be rappers. They say, I'm going to drop some knowledge on you, son. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just gently hand you some knowledge. Not that I have. Oh, emergency. You can't really see it, but it's there, believe me. There's an emergency happening outside, and whoa, it's something. So many emergencies. Every time you hear, I'm here a lot, and I hear a lot of these things. It is the main road, though, right outside. It's State Avenue. So if you're going west, it's the main road to go west if you're downtown. So that's why there's so many emergency vehicles there all the time, because they got to go west. I think the west side has their own stuff. I don't know where all those emergency vehicles are going. They're going up the hill to the west side, because the west side has their own emergency crews over there. Maybe they're like, they want both crews, or the west side crew is already on a mission. But I would say there's probably emergencies every day. Like, do you go through a day? And if I've gone through days without seeing an emergency vehicle, and you can think like, oh, today is the day. It's like, where's Waldo? It's like looking out for that emergency vehicle, and you're like, well, I made it through the whole day without seeing an emergency vehicle. You see them a lot, but I don't know if it's something you see every single day or not. Like, if I made it through the day, and at the end of the day I'd say, I didn't see a single emergency vehicle today, maybe would I think that is real, or would I think like that is not even a big deal? Or would it cross my mind? Today is crossing my mind, but it's like yesterday. Can I even remember? Like, I don't remember being on the show and seeing one necessarily, but I'm gonna go back and watch it, and then maybe I'll say, oh, look, emergency, because sometimes I do say that if there is one. I like to announce it because it's going right by. It's loud. It's like, wee, wee, wee. Somebody's getting rescued. I guess on one hand, could be bad, but on another hand, maybe it's not so bad because they're getting saved. So it's like, is it better? Are we going to focus on the not saving part or on the saving part? Because maybe we can focus on the saving part, and then everything's okay. Let's see, I'm going to write this down. This is 18/02/21. This was yesterday, Wednesday. Writing on the sticker. I was peeling the sticker off, but I changed my tactic. 2713, and then I'm gonna write on the top of this one with this pen. Or maybe is there still this one over here? I think I put it here yesterday. I thought I did. But it doesn't matter because there's trusty, sky pen. All right. Good old trusty sky pen. Whoa! Come on. All right. Uh-oh, trusty sky pen, where's your cap? Definitely need that cap because otherwise I'm gonna stand up and get written on. Right when I had so much faith in trusty sky pen, here it is. Good, didn't let me down. Oh, almost gotta dodge it though. Can't see it. It's like, see, this is got about that much distance between sky pen and the camera, so you can't really see it. Almost though. So this one's going here. Oh, we know. Here. Tuesday the 12th, Wednesday the 13th, the 21st, Tuesday 20th, 21st. Look at this, we're doing it. All the days are in this box, and we're living. The boxes are happening, it's good. What are we going to do today? Maybe we're going to check the phones. Maybe we're going to look at some tape stuff. We're going to live a life and think about life. It's frozen outside. That's the thing today. I was outside. It's very cold, and I like it. It hasn't been cold. It's been the first day where it's actually, you go outside and you're like, it's cold, actually cold, because the other days have been kind of cold, but today is like, you could say, I am cold now. Like all the other days when I thought maybe I was cold, I'd think like, maybe I'm cold, like I was questioning. But today, no question, it's frozen. I saw the thing where where the ice is in the shadows, you know, like the sun is hitting the sidewalk, and there's ice on the sidewalk, but only in the shape, like I saw a bush, and the bush was not very even, not to say it wasn't manicured well. It was natural, yeah, the natural bush shape, up and down like a bush, and then you could look at the sidewalk and you can see the shadow, and then you can see that the ice is formed in the shape of the shadow. And as the sun moves, the ice gets melted. And it's going to go away. And the ice thinking, it's like, no, don't freeze me. I think some of the trees are droopy too from the snow. I can see them right outside. One branch in particular is very droopy. It's right in front of my face, and it's kind of weird. Droopy branch, uh-oh. It's like not solid. It's like the tree is no longer hard. But it kind of reminds you that shadows are real with that whole ice thing, because you look at a shadow and you're like, that's not even real. Shadows aren't like physical. They don't do anything, but they do. The shadows do things. So it's like when they do when the shadows and they have the power to freeze or unfreeze, and then you can say like shadows are real, and then you could stand there, like if you stand in the light. Go outside and stand in one place and see if you can get the frost going. I think you got to get the frost to stay. I don't think it goes. I think it just stays. So you got to go get the frost. You got to go stand in the frost, and then stand there for hours from the morning, like from nighttime when it's really cold, until the afternoon when it starts to unthaw, and then you can have, and then you go stand like out in the parking lot or something where there's no trees, no other shadows. And then you'll have an ice shadow. And all you gotta do is stand in the freezing cold snow for 12 hours. And you get a nice little ice shadow. And then you can like move, take a picture, and then it goes away. And let's keep standing there. And you say, this is my ice sun. That's how you can have a special spiritual child with a shadow. And you say, you know, shadow, you've been with me throughout my life and following me where I go. And wherever there's light, I will block that light and I'll create you. But today you have a more physical form. You're made out of ice, out of a substance, and not just the lack of light. You're made out of substance today. This is my ice shadow. And thought maybe I'd give you the chance to like become physical in the world. That's like more, maybe it's more than just like saying like that's neat. I froze half to almost to death outside in the snow, waiting in the sun for the sun to come out, and then the sun did come out. I stood in it and I allowed this snow shadow, ice shadow to be formed, and it's in my own likeness. It's like I'm God. You know how they say? They're like God created us in our own image. That's what the saying. That's how the saying goes. And in this saying, I created this shadow out of my own image, out of my own silhouette. And it's ice, made of ice. I'm gonna say, will you stop bothering me now, shadow? I know you've been saying, oh, I want to be real, Rick, listen to me. And I say, no, you're not real. You're a shadow. You can't talk. You can't talk. And the shadow says, you think I can't talk? But if I can't talk, then what am I doing right now? And I say, you're in my mind. You're all in my mind. And they say, I won't be in your mind now. I'll be in your mind until we go do this process, and then you can exercise me to the ice. I say, yeah, you've created me. I'm an ice person. Then you move and say, no. And then after that, your shadow will continue to follow you around, but it won't be the same shadow anymore. It'll be some kind of like, corpse of the shadow. It's a ghost. Shadows are already ghosts in a way, but if you, like it's in your, like right now, for most people, the shadow ghosts, they're still up in there. They're nagging you, they're telling you, like, that you can't do it, and think that, like, they're telling you things are wrong, and they're, like, bad things and stuff in your mind. And then all you gotta do to get rid of those negative shadow thoughts is stand in the cold, blistering winter all night until you almost freeze to death, and then you have ice shadow. And then you have a conversation with the ice shadow, and the ice shadow is happy about being an ice shadow instead of just a regular shadow. But then you move, and then your shadow dissolves, and then you've dissolved your negative feelings also along with it. And there's this, no, my negative feelings, my shadow thoughts. Remove your shadow thoughts. Why do you need those? You don't need those shadow thoughts. All you need is real thoughts. Those shadow thoughts are nothing but things that are following you, and it's like the lack of light. That's what those shadow thoughts are, and you've gotten rid of them by exercising them, by standing outside and freezing your own shadow, and then moving in, then you get melt, and then having it yell, and then it goes, no. That's what shadow dying sounds. And the shadow, you melted the shadow, and then you have no more negative feelings. But don't get too happy with without your negative feelings. Like, you should be neutral now that you have no negative feelings. But you could get like extra happy, like too happy, and then you end up like tripping off a cliff because you're dancing. Like everywhere you go, you dance. And you're like, I got rid of my negative feelings. I got rid of my negative feelings. And then you're like doing that on a bridge, too hard, dancing too hard. Thumping the groove, feeling the groove, and then you whoa, or hopping. Whoa, I accidentally hopped off a bridge, and then I'm going to say, you died. You must have been very sad to have jumped off this bridge. The only explanation, you've been was very sad, decided to jump off the bridge, nothing left, and you say, no, I had everything to live for. I have just gotten rid of my shadow negative feelings, and I was just jumping around, and I was so happy that I leaped off this bridge by accident, and died. So then you're dead and your shadow's back with you and you say, shadow, this is what happens when you lose me. I was just there. I was just with you less than 24 hours ago, and you thought you could get rid of me, but it's like once you get rid of me, you just get too happy, and I was holding you, like keeping you balanced. Because you can't just be crazy happy all the time. You need some balance in your life, and without the shadow force, maybe it's unbalanced, and then you're jumping off of bridges and everything. Then once you get back there and you're in heaven, and you say, well, shadow force, you know, I didn't last more than a day without you. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's we're meant to be together. Of course we are. We're shadow and subject. And the shadow self says, like, if you don't want me now, you can ever have me. If you don't want me at my worst, then you can't have me at my best. And the shadow abandons you, and then you have no shadow, and then you know, your neighbors in you know, heaven, they say, hey, where's your shadow, dude? That's weird. There's lights. There's all these lights everywhere. And you say, my shadow left me because it was dark-hearted. I killed it. I killed the shadow. And then you're maybe going to go to purgatory if you're going to kill your shadow instead of heaven. Heaven's for non-shadow killers. What did you do? Kill your own shadow? It's like half of yourself. And then you accidentally jump off a bridge, too. So, well, I think they know. They do that one on purpose, but they're still trying to reunite you with your shadow, and you're like, I just killed that thing, and now I'm thinking, like, oh, now it's bringing you negative thoughts immediately when you say I just killed it, and then you're trying to think about murder again, and about murdering a deity or an entity that's non-physical. And you're like, oh, I just worked out how to murder you with the whole sun ice shadow thing, and now you're back because I'm dead, because I got too happy that I had murdered you and jumped off the cliff by accident, and then you're trying to still fight. It's like, oh, I thought this fight was over. Even in death, I can't I cannot fight off the fight. It's like still going to be surrounding me. I thought it would be over, and you say, no, we're still fighting for a while. Death is only a step. It's only a step. I thought it would be more than just a step, but it's just a step, and I want more than a step into some leaps. But leaps are where it's where they got me here in the first place, taking leaps, literal leaps. So I'm gonna take some figurative leaps, like conceptual leaps, and not just like leaps off a bridge. That's not. Oh. That's not the kind of leap you want to be taking. So cherish your shadow and don't do that whole thing when you freeze it. Let it go. Let it be. Live with it. You have negative feelings, and maybe you should listen to those feelings and try to like use them like with intent. Like listen to your negative feelings. And balance them with positive feelings. Yeah, I have seen these negative feelings. Maybe I can change things. Maybe these negative feelings mean that I have something that I need to change, and I'm going to go change my feelings to be happier. But without negative feelings, then you're going to go jump off a bridge or something crazy. Maybe not necessarily. I don't feel like I have too many negative feelings, but don't jump off a bridge. That's inherently negative. But maybe if you just say, instead of saying don't jump off a bridge, say live. Walk down the sidewalk. And you can always say things in yes terms instead of not terms. You say like, when somebody is doing bad things, and instead of saying like don't do that, you just tell them what to do. Like when kids hit each other, you know, little kids, they like to hit each other, and like if adults hit each other, it's heinous, it's a big deal, it's assault, it's mean, and the adults should have known, they should have learned about hitting before they were adults. But kids hit, and you could say, you could grab, you know, if they're hitting with weapons, that's really awful, and then maybe they're a psycho. But if you could still grab the thing and you say, don't hit people. Hey, hitting's against the rules. What did I say? And then they're like, oh, uh-oh. And they're waiting, and then they're like, oh, I'm breaking the rules, hitting. You say, friends don't hit. That's like just saying, like, this is a fact, and this is a nice thing, and say, it's not nice to hit people. These are facts, these are statements, and they're not like trying to get you to not do things. Like you just say, this needs to be done. You need to not, or we need to get along. And then maybe they will, instead of fighting and hitting. And say, happiness and passiveness feels good when you exercise those feelings. And maybe the kids can understand, they can realize that they do feel, it does feel good to be more passive and not have to try to fight everybody. And they say, you're right about that. And then they do that instead of saying, don't hit, you can't tell me what not to do. I'm going to do things. I don't like when you tell me what to do or not to do. They're like, I'm trying to be my own, you want to be your own person and everything. And that's a true thing. Yeah, let's take a look at the phones. We got the phones back. It's pretty good to have the phones. It looks like Bird tried to call this morning. Oh, what the heck? Let's listen to this message and we'll call him back too. And we have all those older messages too. Oh, Cedar called us too yesterday. Bird first, then Cedar, maybe.
Hey, how you doing?
Real good.
Thursday morning,
Yeah.
8:16 a.m.
Wow.
And I'm sorry I no showed
You're sorry?
yesterday. I had a little bit of food poisoning.
Ooh.
So, yes, and my mom was in town, and I had dinner with her, so...
Did she get poisoned?
And so that's my excuse. And I was thinking about that old couch sitting up there in the studio and how great it would be to clear that out, make some more space for other stuff. And maybe that would be a fun project someday to move that out.
Yeah, you do it. Man.
Assuming we can't find a place to burn it. But yeah, that would be fun. And I hope you're having a really great day. You know my number. Goodbye.
You know, it'd be fun. Working, cleaning. All right, let's call him back and see where is it? It's this one. Work, clean, work, and clean.
Hey.
Hey, Bird, it's the program on TV. How are ya?
Hello. Good up.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like. Yep.
How are ya?
Fabulous.
What are you doing? You in the car?
Nope. I'm sitting on my couch. Cooking some lunch in the oven.
Oh, what is it?
And some meatballs.
Just some meatballs?
Yeah.
You gonna eat any? Huh?
Yeah, meatballs and pickles for lunch.
Meatballs and pickles.
Yeah.
You don't have
Is that
any?
weird?
You don't have any bread or potatoes or something?
Nah.
You need some starch.
Few meatballs. That's enough. Tide me over.
Yeah, you feeling? How you feeling after food poisoning?
Well, I'm feeling fine today. I'm back to having, regular bowel movements, but I had some bad diet
Yeah. What did you eat?
I had some chicken katsu.
From where?
I think that was the culprit. From a downtown restaurant.
Downtown.
It also could have been a latte. I had a latte. Could have been the latte, and there was one other thing too. I trying to narrow it down, but
Yeah, don't.
It was either the chicken or the latte.
I guess old milk or something, huh?
Yeah, you can get some old milk. You never know.
How about your mother? Did she get sick?
Nope. No. She's fine.
Did she eat at the same places as you?
No, she's staying with her sister.
Oh, okay.
And I'm driving her to the airport today.
Oh, yeah. And then you're gonna Uber out of there when you are done or whatever?
No, because I have a board meeting tonight for TCTV.
Oh, yeah? How's that going?
It's fine. There's been a lot of changes.
Like what? What's happening at TCTV?
Well, I think they extended the term limit from 6 years to 8 years. So now people can be on the board for 8 years straight.
Wow, that's long.
Yeah. And then they reduced the number of meetings annually from, I think, 12 to, I think, 7 now.
Wow.
So there's fewer meetings.
Very few.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was good news about the contract that they signed with the county. The county gave them some money that they had asked for. So that we had asked for. So that's good.
Thurston County. What are they going to buy stuff?
Yeah. So hopefully we're going to be giving the staff raises today.
You do that?
Yeah, we have to vote on that.
Whoa.
I told you should be a board member, Kenny.
Yeah. It's like give them raises.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm on the pro raise side.
Yeah, me too.
Cost of living is going up.
Yeah, it is.
It's good to give the people in the lower end of the economy more money because they spend it quickly and then it results in more economic activity and good for everyone. I guess that's what they say, but
I don't understand that much. You feeling all better though? It was only a 24-hour less thing.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of diarrhea in the morning.
Ew.
And a little bit later in the morning.
Ew.
And now I'm back to feeling 100%.
That was yesterday though, or today? Because yesterday you said you're going to be here, but you got food poisoning. Today?
Today I'm fine.
Oh yeah, okay. But this is your excuse you said on your message.
That was my excuse. And now today I'm fine, but I didn't call you yesterday, partly because I was having dinner with my cousin and aunt and mother.
Eating poison.
Hopefully not.
Was that the dinner that you were eating with your family? That was the one that poisoned you, you think?
No, it was from Tuesday night. I went to a restaurant and had chicken katsu.
On Tuesday, today is Thursday. Oh, and what, you were sick on Wednesday?
Yeah, I was sick yesterday morning.
Today's Thursday. Is your mother there? Who's talking?
Yeah, she's here. She's going to the airport today.
You say hi to her. We met her on the program years ago.
Okay, yeah, I know. I was thinking of inviting them on the program, but then I was like, I think they might have trouble navigating in the studio. So.
Oh yeah, it's cleared out. We cleaned it up. It's pretty clean right now.
Yeah, is that that old couch still in there?
It is. Yeah, the old couch is still in here. You're gonna haul it out of here? You're gonna do the work? You're like, you know what I think would be fun?
Well,
work.
I'm willing to help. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna do all of it, but I'd like to see it happen.
Yeah. It'll happen at some point. No need to push it.
I'm willing to take one end of it and haul it down the stairs and then get it from, get it out to the dump. I'd like to see the photo op of you, pushing it into the dumpster at the dump.
Well, that's not a very fitting end for that couch.
I think that would make a great photo.
We're going to bury it or something. In the graveyard.
Yeah, maybe burn it.
We're going to bury it in the graveyard.
Maybe we can take it to Freddie's parents' house on the east side and burn it out there in the desert.
We're going to take it to...
Like burn it, instead of Burning Man, Burning Couch.
We're gonna put it to sea. We're gonna do what? We're gonna go put it in the water right by the docks, and then we can go visit it every once in a while.
Sink it?
Yeah, go sink it, but right off the dock, and then we can go on a clear day. We can go look at it.
You
think it'll stay down there?
Wow. Just dump it over the rail at Percival Landing, huh?
Yeah. We'll be able to see it still if it's in the water. I don't know if you can see down there.
Low tide.
You can see it. Yeah. When low tide comes up and then there's the couches there.
It might float.
The couch?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to cement it down. We'll full of cement and put it in there.
Got a lot of wood on it.
Yeah, I guess. It's heavy though. I guess things float. Boats are heavy. Boats are like really heavy. And they can float.
Yeah.
You can float a boat. Well, let's see. Tomorrow we're doing the show really early, like 10. No, I'm gonna start the show at like 8:45 a.m. tomorrow morning. 8:45 to 9:45 a.m.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a possibility. I'm going to have to process in my, I'm going to have to calculate, and I'm not going to say I'm going to be there, but I might be.
Calculations. How's the dog?
She's good. She just had a bath, and it's her best bath yet. She's super happy now.
Does she like the bath?
No. Nope.
She gets upset?
She does not like the bath. She doesn't get upset. She might tremble a little bit. But today was the best one yet. She hardly trembled at all.
But then she knows what's going to happen, right? When does she anticipate and then like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Or she doesn't fight too much?
Definitely. No. But she pretty much gets as close to the ground as she can, and then today she almost hopped in the tub on her own.
Wow.
But she couldn't make that step, and then she slinked to the other side of the bathroom and laid down on the floor. So I picked her up and set her in the tub, and then it was fine.
Yeah.
I had some nice warm water, and not hot, but warm, and started with her paws, and then soaked her whole body, and then soaked her head, and then used baby shampoo on her face and head, and then I used bar soap for the rest of her body.
Dog bath. You use the same soap as yourself?
Yep.
Or does she have her own bar? No? You just soap up yourself, soap up with the dog?
No, I just soaked her up and then rinse her off.
Yeah.
And dry her with a towel and then use a hair dryer to dry her more completely.
Dog bath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. What did you have? What did you have for lunch?
I ate a burrito before I got here. I went to that place and got a breakfast burrito. I don't. What's it called? Next to the next to Fishtail.
Yeah, I don't know. Mexican restaurant?
Yeah. I had a breakfast burrito with steak,
That sounds
eggs,
good.
potatoes, salsa.
Yum.
It's good stuff.
Sounds great.
It is great. All right. Well, hey, Bird, we'll see you later. I guess tomorrow's gonna be early. Saturday, I think Saturday's gonna be like a 6 or 7 or something. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Bird. Next is call Freddie, the producer, while we get some of this tape stuff going. And take a look at 2016, 2017.
Please leave your message for
Frederick Dobler.
In Thurston County? Yep. Hey, Freddie. It's the program. You can call us back. You have about 20 minutes. Okay, bye. Whoa.
As if it was.
Look at that.
We talked to a bunch of artists. We look at art. We run through the streets, and we're back and on the couch.
I heard a killer song that kept on repeating, and I gave the artist my email.
We're on every night, 11:30 and 2 a.m.
And maybe it can get on TCTV in the future.
We got some good art tonight. Lots of artists, lots of people to talk to.
360-836-4304. Call and leave a message. You get on TV.
And you want to see that art, so watch the program.
Yeah, the next couple days we got lots of art.
Art and people. All right, next is 2017. Today, I try to get Carl to pick. Try to get Carl to pick donuts or something, and then he takes off. Is that what happened on that day? Space.
YouTube's my favorite channel.
your daily hour with me.
Hey, it's the commercial. Today, I try to get Carl to pick between the cream and jelly donut, and then he doesn't pick, and I get very upset. And then I threaten to leave if he doesn't pick, and then he still doesn't pick, and then I go back and stay, and then he's gone now. So he left in sort of a huff.
And I'm here.
Yeah, the yellow fellow's here. Carl left in a huff because of the donuts. We're having an argument about. I'm upset about donuts.
Hey.
I want a donut.
Call on every night, we're on every night, 11:30 2 a.m. 360-836-4384. Bye.
Bye. All right. And then messages from the past, doing all this tape stuff before we listen to some of those Ginsey messages. Maybe we'll call Yellowfellow too. So I'm gonna queue this up. I want to look at a good amount of these. Though. I want to look at 2 weeks today because we haven't been looking at these too much. So 2 weeks. Dead Spider's still there. We're moving this up. Hey, future, it's us. The past. We're over here behind the plant, and I'm alive, and it's good to be alive. Life is fine. Time is fine. What's the timeline like? What's your time like? It's Wednesday. and it's early, it's kind of cold, it was snowing, and then there was like the whole like shadow ice thing, when the ice is in the shadows, and you can destroy your like shadow self, but then you get too happy and jump off a bridge. Remember that thing? Okay, bye. Look out from getting too happy and jumping off a bridge. It's not something you want to do, I think. I guess I don't want to tell you what you do and not want to do, but my shadow thoughts. Remove your shadow thoughts. Why do you need those? You don't need those shadow thoughts. All you need is real thoughts. Those shadow thoughts are nothing but things that are following you, and it's like the lack of light. That's what those shadow thoughts are, and you've gotten rid of them by exercising them, by standing outside and freezing your own shadow, and then moving and letting it melt, and then having it yell, and then it goes, no. That's what shadow dying sounds. Shadow dying sounds. Remember when we were doing that? That was earlier today. I want to look at 2 weeks of these. Here's today. And then yesterday, yesterday was Wednesday and Tuesday. And it was warm on Tuesday, no jacket. Monday, here's Monday. And before Monday is Sunday. Saturday, yes, this is right, it's making sense. Everything's making sense. So before Saturday is Friday. And then, yes, Friday. Before Friday is Thursday. Before Thursday is Wednesday. So this is 1 week. Now we're on Wednesday again. Now we're going to go back to Tuesday before. Oh, Tuesday. Maybe we'll start looking at this anyway. Now Freddie just walked in. So
Tuesdays and
look at that Tuesday. This was last Tuesday, Freddie.
Bye.
You got some cheese. Freddie got some cheese boxes.
Hey, future. It's us, the past.
Oh, hey, past.
It's Wednesday the 14th, and remember, like how some of the holidays it could be your fault that you're all alone in your relationships, but on other holidays it's more your fault, and that if you want love, you have to find it.
Yeah.
And you have to, do something about it. It's not gonna fall. Nothing's gonna fall.
Do something about it.
Like, oh, I wish for things, and wishes don't fall into your lap, and that's something to remember, especially on the holidays when you're trying to be like self-loathing or something. Love yourself. Bye.
Bye.
Is that
working?
Yep, I think so. Is it?
Yeah.
Hey, program.
The ball that was last Thursday a week ago. It was last Friday. What was out? Oh, it's you.
Yeah, it was here last Friday. Wow.
The phones are working.
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling. Freddie's here.
Hey, program. We were going to work on the...
Dan Dobler's calling us right now.
Dan Dobler is going to leave a message to the future. What's he going to say?
Oh, we missed it.
Didn't miss it?
Answer.
Missed
Bye.
Bye.
The phones. Wow, so the phones have been working for not even a week.
Hey, future.
Yeah, they're working now, though. Still working.
Hey, the phones are back.
Yeah. Did you finish that puzzle?
On the phone.
No, the puzzle is still on our
You're
front,
far away.
or like in our living room, unfinished.
It's so crazy that we can talk to each other and we're miles
We're working on it. We made a lot of progress, but I have not worked on it since that Saturday. So
It was only last Saturday.
yeah, gotta give it some time to settle. We finished all the easy parts, I think.
No, you gotta do the hard part first, if that's possible.
It's hard to do the hard parts first because when you're starting a puzzle, you just go for the stuff that you see that connects.
Yeah.
So you're like, wait, maybe I should not do this easy part yet and like look for something even harder.
Yeah. The past. I'm alive. Things are happening.
Sorry, I fell off.
You're in the shadows.
Phones are working again. Freddie saw a bus on a semi-truck. She gets upset with the teacher still, Dan Dobler in Maryland, stuff like that.
Everything's still happening.
Sunday, I'm in the shadows. Bye.
Bye.
It's good to check in with all those people and make sure that they're still doing the thing.
It's us in the past.
In my wall, I tore part of my wall.
Fancy and Cents.
And they had this little bunch of mold they were growing.
The ants? They were growing mold like they're farming?
Ant farm.
Ant farm, keyboard. Oh, they had their own farm. It was like an ant farm.
Yeah.
But they were farmers, ant farmers. Ant farmers.
Hey, future, it's us, the past. I'm over here. It's Tuesday. It's snowing.
Oh, it's been snowing
And
since
we're
Tuesday?
Through the days. Dan
Yep.
Dobler's
Wow.
Well, it's
all day
Wednesday
I-
yesterday, now it's
drinking coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Thursday.
Is the snow day stronger than a Tuesday?
It's hard to do. Does it like cancel all the realness?
Oh, that's a good question. It really has not been that snowy ever.
Hey, future, it's us, the past.
Hi.
It is Wednesday the 21st, and I'm still alive.
Me
Oh,
too.
good.
We listened to some messages. Dan Dobler says Maryland is, what was Maryland doing? Something. Looking for Beatles records. Freddie's building the boxes. It's a good time. Thanks, bye.
Bye. Oh, and here's today. This was about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah? There it is.
Hey, future, it's us.
The
The
past.
past.
Hey,
We're
past.
over here behind the plant, and I'm alive, and it's good to be alive. Life is fine. Time is fine. What's the timeline like? What's your time like? It's Wednesday.
It's great.
And it's early. It's kind of cold. It was snowing, and then there was like the whole like shadow ice thing when the ice is in the shadows.
Oh, yeah.
And you can destroy your like shadow self. But,
Yeah.
then you get too happy and jump off a bridge. Remember that thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
This is how you destroy your shadow self, Freddie. You go out if it's going to be real freezing out, and then you just stand and you don't move from nighttime until like the afternoon.
Whoa.
And then you create it. Then you have an ice shadow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you melt it, and then you've destroyed your shadow self,
Yeah.
basically? Oh, that's a good idea.
And then you have more dark thoughts.
I'm not sure. Do people want to destroy their shadow selves or, like, understand them? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was also thinking about that.
Yeah, it's hard to, it's like there's reasons, I guess, that you have those shadow selves, and maybe it's a part of you.
Embrace it. There's no reason to destroy parts
Pretty
of yourself.
dangerous to start destroying parts of yourself,
Yeah.
Um,
That's what people get the plastic surgery.
oh, yeah.
And they think it's going to help, but I think that they're just in pain the rest of their life.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's weird. Once you start going, I think like everyone does things to like, I'm gonna put on makeup, or I'm gonna wear this clothes, or I'm gonna like cut my hair this way.
Yeah.
And then but as soon as it starts becoming permanent stuff, that's pretty weird, because like the whole time you've been trying to be different from how you are now, and then to make yourself, your like current now self, be that like weird non-self. Seems pretty weird. Now you're like living in the non-self.
Yeah.
So.
Have you seen those shadows? The shadows are real. You don't think that shadows are real until you see that they're frozen. They have the power to freeze.
The shadows have frozen. Yeah, they're freezing things.
'Cause
don't stand in the shadows too long. You might become frozen.
Yeah. Day to day, it seems like the shadows, maybe they're not even real and they're an illusion.
Yeah, shadows don't seem to have much power at all until they start freezing things. Yeah, that's true.
And they're physical.
Yeah, and then it's also you can see through time by looking at where the shadows were, kind of. So, man, I really don't want the snow to go away yet.
Yeah.
I guess I am gonna have to drive on I-5 tonight, so maybe this is a good thing. But really, I'm trying to sled down my hill. So I've got this hill in my backyard, and on Tuesday I tried to sled down it. No, wait, Tuesday there wasn't enough snow. I don't remember. Wednesday I tried to slide down it. Wait, yesterday was Wednesday. Yes, Tuesday I did try to slide down it, and there wasn't enough snow. So I would like slide for a second, and then it would push all the snow out of the way, and it would get around the grass, and the grass would just be there.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, the spots where I had tried to sled down the hill had kind of stayed pushed down a little more than the rest of the stuff. So I was like, oh, maybe it'll be ready to slide now when I have the, and I was going to slide down it then. But that also didn't work. I was kind of like, I slid down the whole hill, but I had to like kind of push myself the whole way. But then I left a really nice track that I was like, oh man, if it snows tonight and it freezes tonight, that's going to be the perfect sledding track in the morning. And it's all melty. So
Oh, it didn't work.
it didn't work. Yeah. I was really hoping for a good sledding, but it's pretty rare around here to get some good sledding time. This, I think, every year we get the February snow, and that's about it. So this might be our last chance. I mean, some people would say hopefully, maybe. People don't want to have the snow too much.
Yeah, maybe just go get some water, pour a bucket of water on your hill, and maybe it'll freeze into actual ice.
Oh, that would have been a good idea.
You have a sled?
I have an inner tube, so it's like a summer and a winter toy. So I bet you I could have maybe done it if I had one of those discs. But, you know, with an inner tube you can go tubing on a river, but with a plastic disc, and with an inner tube you can also go sledding with an inner tube or tubing on the snow. But you can't use a plastic disc anywhere else other than on the snow.
You could throw it, maybe.
You would sink in the water if you're doing water or something.
What about frisbee?
Oh, a giant frisbee?
Or
That's true.
Plate?
Eat a giant
for 3?
4-course meal on this one giant plastic disc.
Yeah. You just have to wash
fancy.
it. And then you did, like, are we really enjoying this plate, or are we just trying to use the disc in second ways?
Yeah.
We could use it for this way, but why would we?
That's true.
That's like a movement when people say, like, don't get things that only do one thing.
I've heard about that. Particularly in kitchens, they want to do that because there's so many kitchen items where it's like, this peels your apple, and then like another machine like chops your apple, and like then another machine like cores it or something.
It sounds like all that stuff is just a knife.
Yeah, you could just do all of those things with a single knife. So I understand that movement. That makes sense. Or like, I got a white elephant gag gift of like this pancake thing where it like goes inside of a, it's like a Teflon, I guess it holds like 3 pancakes, and like somehow it makes it really easy to flip them. You put it inside the pan that's hot, and then you pour the stuff inside, and then it just like flips out. You can flip it over really easy, but you could just use a spatula. It's like not that hard to flip your pancakes.
Solving problems you never had?
Yeah, or if you're having a hard time flipping pancakes, just like do it 100 times and you'll be really good at it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
People give up. And they're like, I can't cook. You just got to keep doing things. You got to be bad for a while before you get good at things.
Yeah. And the best thing about being bad at cooking is you can still eat it. It's not like it is ruined or something.
It's difficult to ruin food unless you like really salt it or something.
Oh yeah, that would do it. That could do it.
And then you just got to turn it into soup.
Oh, that's a smart move. Anything can just be turned into soup if you ruin it.
Yeah.
Almost anything. Most things.
Not pancakes.
No.
Maybe. Pancake soup, that would be gross.
Yeah.
But why are you putting salt in pancakes anyway?
Don't you need a little bit of salt in pancakes? I don't know.
I make pancakes from pancake batter.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know if you're making, is there already salt
You
in that?
just get the batter, or it's like
Not the batter, but the powder.
Powder.
You just put water and powder, and then you got the batter. Some people make pancakes from like flour and eggs and
Yeah,
whatever.
I remember my family ate a lot of pancakes. No, waffles, and they made it in the blender.
Yeah, from flour?
Yeah, they would like put eggs and flour and whatever, all this stuff. They had a special recipe. They called them like high protein pancakes or something, or waffles.
The protein? Like protein powder in it?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was the protein is from the eggs. Or, I'm not sure, but it was supposed to be like more nutritionally dense than other pancakes or waffles or whatever.
Nutrition pancakes.
Yeah, healthy pancakes.
It's like Wonder Bread.
Yeah. What do they like inject nutrients into the bread? Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's got a bunch of extra stuff.
Like crush up vitamins and like throw it into the flour?
Yeah. But yeah, I guess if you like eat the vitamins that way, that your body doesn't like take it in or something.
Really?
And like the pill, I heard that the pills, they don't work so well.
The pills? Oh man.
Like it's better to just eat the food, because it's like in the food. Because if you're just like taking the vitamin pill, it's like all the vitamins are right in there. You're not getting it all.
What about vitamin? I think is it D? What's the sun one? Vitamin D?
And you can't get it from the sun. You can get that in a pill.
Yeah, you get that in the pill.
They got the sun. They like made the sun into a pill somehow.
Well, it's like a vitamin that you get from the sun, but we don't get a lot of sun around here. I mean, it's very sunny today.
Yeah.
But most of the time you don't, especially in the winter, people are vitamin D deficient in the Pacific Northwest, supposedly. And some people have linked it to maybe the seasonal affective disorder or whatever, where people are like depressed in the winter.
Yeah.
Because they're not getting enough vitamin D. They're like actually less nutrients in their body or something. And so you can take the pills to do it, and I got some of those pills.
Really? You know what I think? You can get over it.
Yeah, I mean, well, what's wrong with having a little bit of vitamin D in your
sure,
system?
yeah, that's good too. But
what about tanning? That's the other thing. Is like, if you go to the tanning salon, are you getting the same vitamin D that you'd get from the sun? That's what I want to know.
You're definitely getting cooked.
Cooked?
Don't go to the tanning salon. That's like false. Also, don't go to the tanning salon like ever. But also, I think that tanning salon is very like kind of 2006.
Oh yeah.
It's like being that tan is not even like stylish anymore. And then you just, it's like on top of cooking yourself, you're just looking. You don't look good.
Well, I think that people are people want to get that warmth in the winter. They're cold and then maybe I don't know.
Is vitamin D only in the sun? It's like not also in plants?
I don't know. I'm not sure. How could it not be in plants if they could make a pill of it? So if they make a pill of it, it must be somewhere else other than the sun, because there's no way that they could like just.
Must be in animals. Maybe they like put like rabbits or whatever like in the sun, and then they like harvest their blood, put it in the pills.
I think that's how they do it. Yeah, these are rabbit blood pills. Vitamin D, rabbit blood.
We made it.
All right. Ooh, it's looking nice in there. It's Hawaii.
Hawaii. Thanks for watching. It's Thursday. We're on TCTV channel 22 at 11:30 and 2 a.m. Hi, Dan Doble. You watching? He says he's watching every day.
Oh, cool. Hi, Dan.
YDHWM.com. Yeah. 360-836-4384. I wonder where John Webster is.
Oh, man.
I'm going to go find him.
We always say that, but we need the
Australia, 109 State Avenue, number 3. Check it out.
You know what? I have a car. We should just do an episode of the program in the car only. I have a plug-in that does the camera from my
TCTV, LeBaron, Jody, Fabulous, Graham.com, Thurston County Washington State, USA. Drive around and do it.
Cigarette lighter, yeah, cigarette lighter, like VHS.
Viewers,
camera.
let's see you're watching. That's cool.
Could do it. And
hell yeah, dog. Hope we get on a tour.
Yeah, be good on tour.
Bye.